Hello YouTube, A7X Robert Coon A7X here with a deck profile on a heroic deck I just made a couple hours ago on Dueling Network, and I haven't tested it yet obviously, and this is definitely not going to be the final version. And before I begin, Dueling Network messed up the wordings on many of these cards, and they just made the cards more confusing than they had to be because of the wording. So I will point those out when we get to them. And anyway, let's get started. Sorry if I sound congested or anything. It's my allergies. Anyway. Start off by playing 3 Double Ants. Really good card. When you normal summon it, you can special summon another one from your hand or graveyard to face up defense position. Cannot be used as a Sacred Material monster. It cannot be used as an Exceed material except for the Exceed summon of a Warrior type monster. So if you have 2 in your hand, then it's a first turn Excalibur, and you can easily Exceed summon it to the other heroics when we get them in Abyss Rising. Plus, it's at 1700 attack, so it's pretty good. I only have 2 in real life right now, but I'll definitely get the next one when my friends and I open up our other boxes. And then I run 3, 3 Warhammers. For some reason, they forgot to put the hyphen on every single one of these monsters, but oh well. Warhammer's good because when it destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, you can equip the destroyed monster to this card, and it gains attack equal to that equipped monster's attack. And it can only have one equipped monster at a time to it when using this effect. And really, all you need to do is sacrifice a monster, pop him out, run over one of your opponent's monsters, and now that opponent's monster becomes an equip. And Warhammer becomes a good beater. And since I run 2 equips, put an equip on this guy, he becomes 29. And then you could possibly have a 4K beater, if you're lucky. And it could run over Utopia, could run over some... Actually, I don't know the attacks on Prophecies, but it can run over a bunch of monsters, so really good. Next, we run 3 Spartans. They have an error with this card. They have it as Spartas, but it's Spartan, as you can see here. And what's good about this card is once per turn, when your opponent declares an attack, you can target one face-up heroic monster except this card. And then this card gains attack equal to that face-up original monster's attack until the end of the battle phase. Wait, the wording on that's so weird. It's easier in Dueling Network, actually. It says once per turn, when your opponent monster declares an attack, you can target one other heroic monster you control until the end phase of this card. Oh, okay, now I get it. You target one other heroic monster you have, and Spartan gains attack equal to the monster you chose to... Alright, say you have Spartan and Double Ants on the field. Use Spartan's effect and choose, Double Ants as your target. Spartan would gain 1700 attack until the end phase. So I think Dueling Network actually has the better wording than the card. Wow, that's actually pretty cool. And you can use that once per turn. So Spartan can be a good beater as well. And that's what I love about heroics. They power each other up, and that's basically what they do. They power up to attack. It reminds me of Dimensional Police in Vanguard. And I wish I kept my first recording of this because I got timed out of Dueling Network. It might happen here. And then we saw an ad for Cardfight Vanguard's YouTube channel, which they haven't updated in almost a month. So, anyway, run 3 of those. And keep in mind, it's Spartan, not Spartaz. Sounds like I'm saying something else. Oh well. One Heroic Challenger, Candelar, the Night Ambush. I don't think that's the right name for this card. I could probably look it up afterwards, but I only run a run of this guy. Not sure if I'm actually going to run this card in general. Its effect is before damage calculation. If this card attacks a defense position monster your opponent controls, you can destroy that monster. Only has 1200 attack though. May or may not use it, but I'm playtesting one anyway. Sorry for the yawn. Anyway, Heroic Challenger's short sword shield. Sword shield should actually be one word. And once again, the hyphen is missing. Anyway, with this card, you send it from your hand to the graveyard. For the rest of the turn, you take no battle damage, and heroic monsters you control cannot be destroyed by battle. So basically, shuts down your opponent's attacks for that turn. I just kicked the table, which is why my camcorder went up. That's why Sword Shield's good. And if you ever want to run in defense, it has 20. I mean, it has 2k defense, so that's really good. Going back to this guy, he's going to be an Abyss Rising, and same with Extra Sword. Extra Sword is really good to Exceed someone with, because the Exceed monster gains 1000 attack, and I'm not sure if this is right or not, but if you use both of these to Exceed summon, I think your Exceed monster gets 2000 attack, which would be pretty, I wouldn't say broken, but it'd be pretty good. Wow, my allergies are really acting up. And I'll take my medicine after this video. So that's pretty cool. I run 2 of those, and then I run 2 Marauding Captain. I think Marauding Captain works well with this deck, and it protects your heroics, which is why I like it over Goblinberg, plus I'm an old school guy. But I think I am going to keep Marauding Captain in this deck. Really helps out, and your opponent has to go for Marauding Captain, so he does protect your heroics in case it gets to that situation, but it's not a situational card, so that's why it still works. And then for a Searcher, because I hate duality, I use Warrior Lady of the Wasteland. Really the only targets you can get from this though is a Marauding Captain, Extra Sword, or this guy right here, the Night Ambush guy. So I may or may not take this out. I think there's a better card for this. Not duality though. And I obviously run a Rhoda and Warrior Returning Alive, but we'll get to that. And then the next 3 I probably will take out. Originally this deck was not going to have any synchros in it, but I just don't know what other monsters to put in right now, so I have a Rose Warrior of Revenge, because you can easily synchro for an 8-star tuner, 8-star synchro monster. And then I have Combat Swordsman, because you can easily get out ranks, that'd be the level 7s out. So that's my monster lineup. These 3 are definitely going to change. I don't plan on keeping them. They're just there for now, and I'm going to test with them. And we'll see from there. Spells, I run 1 Heroic Chance. Here's the Dueling Network phrasing of the effect. Target 1 Heroic, can't really say that, there you go. Target 1 Heroic monster you control. This turn its attack is doubled and it cannot attack your opponent directly. Only 1 Heroic Chance can be activated per turn. And then, actual card is focus. There we go. Target 1 face-up heroic monster you control. This turn, double its attack, but it cannot attack your opponent directly. So, oh, yeah, actually, yeah, like slightly different wording, but not a big deal. And then we got 1 Rhoda, 1 Warrior Returning Alive, 1 Solidarity. It definitely works in this deck. 2 Fusion Swords just to give your heroics an extra attack power, and I love equips. Might take one out though for Heavy Storm, not 100% sure yet. And then obviously 2 MSTs, Monster Reborn, and Dark-Hole. Trap lineup, definitely going to change now that Mirror Force is going to be at 2. Definitely going to run 2 Mirror Forces in every single one of my decks, so Heroic Revenge Sword. That's not even the name of the card, and at first I thought the effect was wrong. But it's actually correct. It's just the way they worded it is so damn confusing. Here's the effect. Target one heroic monster you control. Equip this card to that target. Both players take all battle damage that you would have taken from a battle involving the equipped monster. After damage calculation, if the equipped monster battled another monster, destroyed the opponent's monster that it battled. Way confusing than what the actual effect is. And the card is actually called Heroic Retribution Sword. And this is its effect. Target one face-up heroic monster you control. Equip this card to that target. All battle damage you take from battles involving the equipped monster is also inflicted to your opponent. After damage calculation, destroy any opponent's monster that battles the equipped monster. So, very confusing on DN. More simple with the actual version of the card. That's going to throw a lot of people off. When you're versing heroics, you're going to be like, wait, what? But, yeah. It'll make more sense when the card actually comes out. Two of those. 2 Heroic Advance. I don't believe this is in, This is not in Return of the Duelist. I said Rise of the Duelist. I think this is in Abyss Rising as well. And basically, when a heroic monster you control is targeted for attack, you target one other level 4 lower heroic monster you control. Don't know why it says level 4 or lower, because they're all level 4s. Except for Warhammer, unless we're getting a level 3 heroic, I don't know. Double the attack of that target until the end of the battle phase, and then switch the attack target to the targeted monster and perform damage calculation. And neither monster can be destroyed during this battle. So, both you and your opponent's monsters are saved, which might be a -1, not sure. But then your opponent still gets damage calculation. Either you or your opponent gets damage calculation. It depends if... I don't think your opponent would be able to run over your monster since you're doubling the attack, but if that's the case, you lose less damage than you would if you didn't use... if you didn't use Heroic Advance, so that's why that card's pretty good. 1 Mirror Force for now. 1 Torrential, 2 Fiendish Chain. You know, after versing my friends a lot, this card is absolutely necessary to every deck. I see why everybody runs it. When I versed my friend's Gravekeeper deck, this card screwed me over so many times. It would shut down my Bogart, shut down my Troll. Troll. We call it Troll. And, it's a killer to really good effect monsters, but... Yeah, I don't see why anybody would think this card would get hit by the ban list. We need this card in the format right now. Absolutely love it. I only run 2. And then I also run 2 Bottomless Trap Holes. Obviously, another good card. But Fiendish Chain, man, I didn't realize how... I didn't realize how great it was. I mean, I knew it was good, but I know it was great until my friends keep using it on me. And you'll see that in the duel videos I'll upload later on today. This will be uploaded. No, this will be uploaded before, okay. Yeah, you'll see that in duel videos I upload later on today. I'm done with work, so I can do a lot more videos now and finally update my website. But, yeah, you'll see that. You'll see how Fiendish Chain comes into play and whatnot. And then next we're going to go to the extra deck. I'm just going to start off with the Synchros, which might be taken out. Lightning Warrior because I like it a lot. Colossal Fighter works well with any Warrior deck. Mighty Warrior, we don't have this card. Japan does though. It came from a 5Ds manga. I really hope we get this card too. And basically, if this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, inflict damage to your opponent equal to half the destroyed monster's attack. Pretty cool. And then I have a 7 Swords Warrior. Didn't really know any other good synchros to put in here. Like I said, though, those tuners are probably going to be gone, and this will be an all-Exceed deck, which would be pretty cool. Now for the Exceed monsters. 3 Excalibur. I know a lot of people thought this card was good. I always thought it was really good, but yeah, we all know why this card's good. I'm happy we get an awesome warrior. Makes me happy. I just find it funny that this is a light monster instead of earth. But really good. I'm running 3 of these. You don't have to run 3. I just like running 3. And if we don't pull 3 from our 3 boxes, I'll just buy 10, use a secret rare. This card actually doesn't look bad in secret rare. I usually hate secret rares, but this card looks pretty good in it. Be funny if we got an Ultra, an Ultimate, and a Ghost, which is what I'm hoping we pull out of our 3 boxes. I'll just buy them off for our business, and we'll go from there. Alright, 2 Hero Champion Gandiva. My friend AJ might actually run this into 6 Ams. Once per turn during either player's turn, when a level 4 or lower monster, as in parentheses, a special summon to your opponent's side of the field, you can detach and exceed material from this card, destroy that special summon monster. It's at 2,100 attack. Pretty good. Excuse me, guys, again. Yawned there for a little bit. Pretty good card, in my opinion. We're getting this in Abyss Rising as well, so I'm definitely going to pick up a box of 2 or that, or I don't know what our business is doing. We might get a box of... we might get Rise... Here I go again with Rise. Return of the Duel Special Edition. We're just waiting to see what the promos are. I believe that comes out in October or September. I can't remember. And that rhymed, alright. Moving on. 1 Hero Champion Kusanagi. This needs 3 level 4 warrior monsters, and once per turn during either player's turn, when a trap card is activated, you can detach the XYZ material from this card, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy that card. And if you do, this card gains 500 attack. So, in my opinion, better than a Solemn. You guys know how much I hate the Solemn cards. I will never run one in any of my decks, no matter how many times you put that in the comment section, I will not run it. I just hate that card. I feel like, why waste your life points to negate something when I'm pretty sure there are many other cards that can do that. And I'll go on a rant about that in a different video, because I have a lot of other cards I hate in Yu-Gi-Oh! But, moving on. One card that I've noticed a lot of my friends love and hate, Photon Papillon Operative. Papil Operative. There we go. Papil Operative. People overlook this card, and they really shouldn't, because it wins games. What you would call it? I forgot what I did to my friend's Gravekeeper. I misplayed with my X-Sabers. I should have Saber-slashed one of his cards. But instead, I tried to Saber-slash his Photon. But I forgot how he negated it, and then he uses the effect, and I lost the duel because my face-down defense position monster was Dark Souls, so yeah. This card is evil. It is really good. I recommend everybody running this. It wins games. That Starlight Road wins games. Yeah. Should go on about Starlight Road, because one of my friends is like, oh, you should have run your deck, blah, blah, blah. He puts it in his deck, versus me on Dueling Network with it, and he won the duel because of Starlight Road, so yeah, that's very unfortunate. Another, now we have Gaga Gunman. Pretty cool looking card, and I like the effect. 2 level 4, once per turn, you can detach 1 Exceed material from this card and apply one of these effects depending on the card's battle position. If it's an attack this turn, if this card attacks opponent's monster, then during the damage step only, this card gains 1,000 attack. And that opponent's monster loses 500 attack. Defense position, you inflict 800 damage to your opponent. It has 2,400 defense. Here we have Fairy King Albertich. Dueling Network. Damn it. Vanguard ad again? No. I already have Google Chrome. What the hell? No, Google Chrome and that stupid music. Anyway, where were we? No, not my X-Sabers. Ah, man. Fairy King works well with decks that have Earth monsters, so I'm gonna run this. It's in my X-Sabers now, and I'm gonna run it in this, and maybe my Equip Warrior, so that's why I run it. And all non-Earth monsters on the field lose 500 attack and defense, so pretty cool. Swordbreaker, don't know when we're getting this, but I like it. And 2 level 6s, I know, kind of hard, but Warhammer, that's why it's there. Then Utopia. Sorry I rushed it there, I'm just running out of memory on my camcorder. So that's pretty much it, guys. Let me know what you think. I'm definitely open to suggestions. I might play test it today, see what's good, see what's not. And I've noticed there weren't many heroic deck profiles on YouTube, so decided to make my own. That's why I'm doing this video. I cannot wait to run these in real life. And comment below what you think about the deck, what would you change about it. I already know many changes. I just have to see how this deck works well now. And thumbs up the video, comment, subscribe, and thank you all for watching. Bye, YouTube.